with a dream in my pocket. Took a step and I couldn't stop it. Every stumble lit a fire inside. Now I walk with my head held high. Lessons learned and bridges burned. Still I rise with every turn. This is more than just a climb. It's my moment, it's my time. No more hiding in the crowd. Gonna wear my soul out loud. The world is waiting just to see all the magic inside of me. Shine, shine like a diamond bright. Shine your light, you've got every right. You are special, let it show. Be yourself and let it flow. Stand out, don't dim your glow. You were born to steal the show. Shine, shine like you mean it. Shine so bright they can't believe it. Pages turn, but the heart stayed true. Every scar's got a golden hue. Telling my story in my own style. With every post, every smile. From the hustle to the heart. Every ending's a brand new start. Turning passion into plans. Now I'm dancing where I stand. I don't chase, I'm magnetized. My journey's written in the skies. If you're watching, hear me say, you're a light to find your way. Shine, shine like a diamond bright. Shine your light, you've got every right. You are special, let it show. Be yourself and let it flow. Stand out, don't dim your glow. You were born to steal the show.
Hello, everyone. Narelle Warcon here from Mackay, Queensland, Australia. Well, you get me 2 nights in a row or 2 days in a row. How exciting is that? It's so great to see you all here. Hello, Sharon. Lovely to see you. Reshab and Vimal. Lovely to see you and anyone who's popping on. Thank you so much for joining me. I'm really, really excited because guess what? I'm going on the show with Comfort Konfor. And that's a really hard one to say if you try and say it 10 times all at once. Her show is Rise Above All Odds. And she has asked me on as a special guest to talk about my book. As you can see in the background there, Blonde Roots, I am an author. Oh, hi, Vavine. Lovely to see you. It's lovely to see you tonight. We missed you so much last night on Who, What, Where Wednesday. But it's lovely to see you. So thank you and welcome. Like I said, I am an author. I am a published author, and my book is called Blonde Roots. It's a story and a journey that I wrote, my autobiography, having survived sexual, physical, and mental abuse, and my triumph over that. Hi, Nitish. Lovely to see you. Rabindra, sorry. And anybody else jumping on, thank you so much for joining us. So tonight I'm going to be interviewed in a sense, or have a chat with Comfort. Isn't that amazing? Now, I have to say that Comfort had Funmi and Susie McRae on last night. So definitely go over to Comfort's YouTube channel and have a look for that recording with Susie. It's an absolute honor and pleasure to hear Susie anytime. I could listen to her for hours. I don't know about you, but if you definitely go over, Susie brings the FUN fun. And I like that. Hi, Paidish, thank you so much. So like I said, I'm here a little bit earlier and I will be jumping off, but stay here because we're still going to be here. I just need to go over and be on the live with Comfort. So watch along and see and listen to my story, having been through, domestic violence. I wrote my book not to be a bestseller, even though it is on Amazon. You can have a look for it there as well, and we'll put the link up for that. But I didn't write it to necessarily be a bestseller, but to bring hope for those all over the world, okay? Not just here in Australia, not just, in your part of the country. And it happens. Thank you so much for Vinay. Love you dearly. Thank you. I really... yeah, she will be very soon. So she's starting on the hour. So we've got 10 minutes. So I'll be jumping off here soon. But I just want to come on and say hello to everybody. Like I said, stay here, listen to the interview or the chat that I will have with Comfort Konfor, and her channel is Rise Above All Odds. So what an amazing title that is as well. You know, rise above all odds. What have we risen above in our lives? So, like I said, there will be a link that goes up for my book. You can have a look at it as a downloadable from Amazon, and also it can be ordered through me personally, where I sign it and send it all over the world. But in Australia, there's a special price for you guys as well. So have a look out for that. My story, Blonde Roots. It's going to be probably a little emotional, but that's okay. Emotion is good, you know, but because I came through it, I got through this, and I want to help you get through it. And if I can touch one person's heart tonight on Comfort Show, then my journey is, you know, not finished, because I am here to help many. Okay. And I know that God has me here for a reason, and that is my purpose, to bring hope to others. If you're going through any sort of domestic violence, reach out. I'm here for you. And I believe that tonight may be something that you need to hear. Hi, Ava. Lovely to see you coming in from Bangladesh. There may be something here that resonates with you. There may be something that it might uplift you. It may also give you the reasons as to think about what it is you're going through. What is this? You know, and why are you going through this? So stay tuned, because I'm going to pop off now, and I'm going to head over to Comfort, into her back room, as so to speak. Thank you for coming on. I missed you yesterday. Yes, we missed you terribly, and also Willow. So a big shout out to Willow. Not sure whether she's around today. Hi, Gutem. I will come over to the chat if I can. Stay here, okay? We're going to bring you lots of wonderful information. We're going to have a lovely chat with Comfort, and I look forward to greeting you all as well after that. So stay on, and yeah, I shall talk to you soon. So we're going to play you a little song while I'm in the outer. So like I said, stay here. My name's Narelle Warcon, and I am so glad that you are all here, and I'm so glad that you've come to listen to my story. Just quickly, before I go, just hang on one second. I've just got to take this message. Okay, so just before I go, remembering that we do have Who, What, Where Wednesday on a Wednesday night. Listen to the Shine video. I put this song together because I wanted something that really sort of stood out, not just for me, but for all of you, because you're all worthy. You all have the ability to shine. You just have to believe it. Okay, so there will be some really good sharings tonight about self-worth, self-love, you know, things like that. And a lot of you, I know, sort of think, as I did maybe back in my younger days, where I thought, yeah, I like who I am. You know, I love who I am. What's wrong with people? But I didn't realize until I'd gone through some stuff how much I didn't love who I was. You know, how much I didn't think that I was worthy. How much it just affected my whole life, you know, and the decisions that I made. But I'm going to save that for my chat with Comfort. So remember, if you want to join us live on Wednesdays, that's narellewarcon.com/live. And I'm going to jump off now. So listen to our song, and I'm going to hopefully go over there into the, I'm just waiting for the, you know, the thing. Hey, Faya, lovely to see you. Hey, Laurie, lovely to see you too. So yeah, like I said, I'm getting prepared to have a chat with Comfort, and it is a story about my life. It is a story about my book. It's a story about triumphing, you know, about, you know, really sort of how I stepped through all of that, because I have been through some fairly traumatic times in my life. And a lot of people say, wow, Narelle, you know, I've been through something, but not as bad as you. Well, when it comes to domestic violence, there is no competition, okay? We all go through, or have been through, or maybe if you've been lucky enough to not be through, but sometimes we go through bad relationships where we don't think that it was bad until we're out of it, and then we know. that it wasn't meant to be. You know, sometimes the Lord sends us in different directions because that's where we need to go, to grow stronger, to grow richer in purpose, to grow richer in our hearts, and to learn how to love ourselves. So, okay, I'm going to finish up. Like I said, stay here, please. I really appreciate you coming on. I will be back after this. So look out for Comfort and myself coming to you about Blonde Roots, my triumph over 5 lifetimes of pain. So I'll talk to you soon. Bye. See you soon. Stay here.
Woke up with a dream in my pocket. Took a step and I couldn't stop it. Every stumble lit a fire inside. Now I walk with my head held high. Lessons learned and bridges burned. Still I rise with every turn. This is more than just a climb. It's my moment, it's my time. No more hiding in the crowd. Gonna wear my soul out loud. The world is waiting just to see all the magic inside of me. Shine, shine like a diamond bright. Shine your light, you've got every right. You are special, let it show. Be yourself and let it flow. Stand out, don't dim your glow. You were born to steal the show. Shine, shine like you mean it. Shine so bright they can't believe it. Pages turn, but the heart stayed true. Every scar's got a golden hue. Telling my story in my own style. With every post, every smile. From the hustle to the heart. Every ending's a brand new start. Turning passion into plans. Now I'm dancing where I stand. I don't chase, I magnetize. My journey's written in the skies. If you're watching, hear me say, you're a light to find your way. Shine, shine like a diamond bright. Shine your light, you've got every right. You are special, let it show. Be yourself and let it flow. Stand out, don't dim your glow. You were born to steal the show. Shine, shine like you mean it. Shine so bright they can't believe it. If they doubt you, let them talk. You're the thunder when you walk. Turn your truth up past the 10. You're the spark, ignite again. Shine, shine like a diamond bright. Shine your light, set the world alight. You're special, let it show. Be yourself and let it flow. Stand out, don't dim your glow. This is your time, let 'em know. Shine, shine like you mean it. Yeah, shine so bright they can't believe it. Believe it.
Turn the page, the past is done. We rise in the morning with the sun. No more hiding, no more fear. The road ahead is shining clear. Every soul's a spark divine, born to glow, born to shine. Hearts together, open wide. The future's calling, bold and bright. We're made for more, we are the light. Worthy voices rising strong. This is where we all belong. One kind heart can start a flame. Lift the world and change the game. Led by vision, pure and true. We're building dreams for me and you. future's calling, bold and bright. We're made for more, we are the light. Worthy voices rising strong, this is where we all belong. Like the way with love inside, hearts together, open wide. The future's calling, bold and bright. We're made for more, we are the light. Worthy voices rising strong, this is where we all belong. One kind heart can start a flame, lift the world and change the game. Led by vision, we're building dreams for me and you. Every step a chance to grow, guided by the love we show. Light the way with love inside, hearts together, open wide. The future's calling, bold and bright. We're made for more, we are the light. Worthy voices rising strong, this is where we all belong. Shine your light, don't be afraid. The world is better every time we say, we are love, we are enough. We rise together, we rise with love.
Woke up with a dream in my pocket, took a step and I couldn't stop it. Every stumble lit a fire inside. Now I walk with my head held high. Lessons learned and bridges burned, still I rise with every turn. This is more than just a climb, it's my moment, it's my time. No more hiding in the crowd, gonna wear my soul out loud. The world is waiting just to see all the magic inside of me. Shine, shine like a diamond bright. Shine your light, you've got every right. You are special, let it show. Be yourself and let it flow. Stand out, don't dim your glow. You were born to steal the show. Shine, shine like you mean it. Shine so bright they can't believe it. Pages turn, but the heart stayed true. Every scar's got a golden hue, telling my story in my own style. With every post, every smile. From the hustle to the heart, every ending's a brand new start. Turning passion into plans, now I'm dancing where I stand. I don't chase, I'm magnetized. My journey's written in the skies. If you're watching, hear me say, you're a light to find your way. Shine, shine like a diamond bright. Shine your light, you've got every right. You are special, let it show. Be yourself and let it flow. Stand out, don't dim your glow. You were born to steal the show. Shine, shine like you mean it. Shine so bright they can't believe it. If they doubt you, let them talk. You're the thunder when you walk. Turn your truth up past the 10. You're the spark, ignite again. Shine, shine like a diamond bright. Shine your light, set the world alight. You're special, let it show. Be yourself and let it flow. Stand out, don't dim your glow. This is your time, let 'em know. Shine, shine like you mean it. Yeah, shine so bright they can't believe it. Believe it. Mm. with a dream in my pocket. Took a step and I couldn't stop it. Every stumble lit a fire inside. Now I walk with my head held high. Lessons learned and bridges burned. Still I rise with every turn. This is more than just a climb. It's my moment, it's my time. No more hiding in the crowd. Gonna wear my soul out loud. The world is waiting just to see all the magic inside of me. Shine, shine like a diamond bright. Shine your light, you've got every right. You are special, let it show. Be yourself and let it flow. Stand out, don't dim your glow. You were born to steal the show. Shine, shine like you mean it. Shine so bright they can't believe it. Pages turn, but the heart stayed true. Every scar's got a golden hue. Telling my story in my own style. With every post, every smile. From the hustle to the heart. Every ending's a brand new start. Turning passion into plans. Now I'm dancing where I stand. I don't chase, I magnetize. My journey's written in the skies. If you're watching, hear me say, you're a light to find your way. Shine, shine like a diamond bright. Shine your light, you've got every right. You are special, let it show. Be yourself and let it flow. Stand out, don't dim your glow. You were born to steal the show. Shine, shine like you mean it. Shine so bright they can't believe it. If they doubt you, let them talk. You're the thunder when you walk. Turn your truth up past the 10. You're the spark, ignite again. Shine, shine like a diamond bright. Shine your light, set the world alight. You
When the weight is heavy and the road's unclear, when the noise of the world is all you hear, take a breath, hold your ground, look around. We were never meant to walk alone. Your calling is waiting, louder than fear. It's not out there, it's already here. Ego fades when love leads the way. We rise when we choose to stay. We are stronger together. Hearts open wide, hands held forever. Keep walking in purpose, keep loving loud. The path is unsure, the fire burns prouder. Divisions alive, the clouds are view, but unity pulls the light straight through. So we keep choosing love over pride, side by side. There's a thread that runs through you and me, a shared truth that sets us free. Let the chaos come, we won't be moved. We've got something we cannot lose. Your calling is waiting, can you hear the sound? It's not in the sky, it's right here on the ground. Oh, distraction can't drown what we know inside. Purpose is the voice we can't deny. We are stronger together. Hearts open wide, hands out forever. Keep walking in purpose, keep loving louder. When the path is unsure, the fire burns prouder. Divisions alive, the clouds are view, but unity pulls the light straight through. So we keep choosing love over pride, side by side. Now it's ours to claim. We're more than the hurt, more than the blame. Lift your eyes, don't look away. The future is shaped by what we choose today. We are stronger together. Let hope be the anthem we remember. Keep walking in purpose, keep loving louder. When it's hard to see, we still Every journey starts with fire, a quiet spark, but deep desire. Through the trials, through the climb, we rise together one step at a time. We've stumbled, yes, but never stayed. The light within has never swayed. It's not just hope, it's something more, a vision that we're reaching for. So if you're lost or feeling small, just know you're part of something tall. You hold a light so bright, so rare. It fuels the dream we rise to share. This is the dream we share, a light we lift with care. No matter where we're from, we rise the overcome. With every heart we dare to build a world that's fair. Stronger together, bold and aware. We shine inside the dream we share. From silent strength to fearless cries, we find our power in each other's eyes. Ash led the way with heart and grace, a legacy no fear can erase. This path is big, it's bold, it's true. It's not just me and you. One vision clear and standing tall, a world uplifted, one and all. So when the road ahead feels long, lean on the light you still belong. Inside your soul the fire's there, a torch to lead, a gift to share. This is the dream we share, a light we lift with care. No matter where we're from, we rise, we overcome. With every heart we dare to build a world that's fair. Stronger together, bold and aware. We shine inside the dream we share. Hold the flame, don't let it fade. Every choice a change we've made, not just for profit, not for fair, but for the world we seek to share. This is the dream we share, a call to rise, to care, to walk with purpose true, to light the path for you. Together we declare, we'll lift the world with prayer, and action, heart and love laid bare. We live inside the dream we share. Shining on, we're shining on, in the dream we share.
with a dream in my pocket. Took a step and I couldn't stop it. Every stumble lit a fire inside. Now I walk with my head held high. Lessons learned and bridges burned. Still I rise with every turn. This is more than just a climb. It's my moment, it's my time. No more hiding in the crowd. Gonna wear my soul out loud. The world is waiting just to see all the magic inside of me. Shine, shine like a diamond bright. Shine your light, you've got every right. You are special, let it show. Be yourself and let it flow. Stand out, don't dim your glow. You were born to steal the show. Shine, shine like you mean it. Shine so bright they can't believe it. Pages turn but the heart stayed true. Every scar's got a golden hue. Telling my story in my own style. With every post, every smile. From the hustle to the heart. Every ending's a brand new start. Turning passion into plans. Now I'm dancing where I stand. I don't chase, I magnetize. My journey's written in the skies. If you're watching, hear me say, you're a light to find your way. Shine, shine like a diamond bright. Shine your light, you've got every right. You are special, let it show. Be yourself and let it flow. Stand out, don't dim your glow. You were born to steal the show. Shine, shine like you mean it. Shine so bright they can't believe it. If they doubt you, let them talk. You're the thunder when you walk. Turn your truth up past the 10. You're the spark, ignite again. Shine, shine like a diamond bright. Shine your light, set the world alight. You're special, let it show. Be yourself and let it flow. Stand out, don't dim your glow. This is your time, let them know. Shine, shine like you mean it. Yeah, shine so bright they can't believe it. Believe it.
We're living the dream out back to the bay. Surfing with sharks, what can I say? With koalas napping and cattle on parade. It's a bonzo life in the sunburned shade. Crack a cold one, let the anthem play. That's how we roll the down underway. Snacks on the bar, we might grab a plate. Don't mind the flies, they're just here for the bait. Cane toads singing their own weird song while we belt our tunes all night long. The reefs are dazzler, the beaches are fine. And yeah, that shark, he's a mate of mine. We're living the dream out back to the bay. Surfing with sharks, what can I say? With koalas napping and cattle on parade. It's a bonzo life in the sunburned shade. Crack a cold one, let the anthem play. That's how we roll the down underway. Crossed rivers wide, chasing a dream with the stars as our guide. Every step a story, every tear a flame, lighting the way to a world we'll reclaim. We've carried the hope through the wind and rain, held tight to the vision when others turned away. As showed us the sunrise before it was bright. Now we walk together toward the dream in our sight. We are the road that leads us home, through the valleys, over stone. Faith in our hearts, love in our hands, we'll lift each other till we stand where truth and kindness freely roam. We are the road that leads us. Home's not just walls or the place we sleep. It's the promise we make and the dreams we keep. It's the laughter we share, the hands we hold. It's a circle of courage, a fire of gold. We've taken the path where the brave ones go, through the questions and the long unknown. Still, the light of our purpose
Story that proves no matter how heavy the secrets or how painful the journey, triumph is always possible, right? And our guest tonight, being Narelle Warcon, has poured her life into the book called Blonde Roots. And I'll just stop here to say, if you've never heard about Blonde Roots, you want to look out for this book. You want to read it, because the day I got this book into my hands, I never stopped reading until I finished. I was talking to myself and speaking really loud. I'm not about to tell you anything about this book. You just want to look for it. And today, Narelle is here to take us behind the pages and, of course, into her journey of receive healing and empowerment. 3 very powerful words, guys. So stay with us, because what you're about to hear could change maybe the way you struggle and you see struggle, and of course how and how you see victory. So don't forget to like, share, subscribe, and join in the conversation, because this is very so. Narelle, thank you for joining. Welcome.
Woohoo! Here I am. Thank you, everybody. Oh my gosh, talk about being late. And you know, when IT goes wrong, this is what happens. Okay, but I'm glad that I'm here. I'm glad that everybody else is here. I'm glad that you're all being patient and waiting. My name's Narelle Warcon, and I am from Mackay, Queensland, Australia. So hello to Comfort. It's an absolute honor and pleasure for you to have me here. I'm sorry for keeping everybody waiting.
We appreciate you for coming, Narelle. These things, we don't have control over them. That's what technology does. It does what it does, and we just have to dance according to its tune. That we're glad you actually came. So, guys, if you don't mind, share this live, and of course, join in the conversation, because this is really interesting. Narelle, I'm not going to be. You are just telling us about yourself. So ignore whatever I ask you and tell us what you would like us to get from your book and everything that you want us to learn from. You know, but then we know about Blonde Roots. We know that it has been described as shocking, as raw. And in my own words, I was like, this is crude. This is, you know, I said a lot of stuff. And a real eye-opener of all things. So it reveals what can truly go behind closed doors and what happens when secrets are carried for so long. You know, these are the kinds of secrets, the secrets that are poured out into this book. Guys, go and look for Blonde Roots. I'm not here to advertise Narelle Warcon or this book. It's just a book you want to read, right?
Absolutely.
But these are people take to not telling anybody about this. But Narelle says, no, I kept it for so long. I need to pour it out. I need a pen and a paper. And she did that. So Narelle, can you tell us more? Just walk us through your decision to write this book and what it meant for you.
Okay, thank you, Comfort, and thank you again for everybody listening in. My book is called Blonde Roots, and there is a lot of noise coming from you. There's a lot of noise coming from.
Yes, I would like to apologize. I have a lot of children here. Okay. Unfortunately, I have no control over that. I apologize. I should have said that. Yes.
Are you able? Oh, yeah, you can mute for a little while. Thank you. It was just a bit doing my head in, like I haven't had my head done in recently. Okay, so let's get on with it. So again, my name's Narelle Warcon, and I am a published author of my book, Blonde Roots. Why did I write the book? I don't know if I really have a reason why. I do. However, at the time, I just knew I had a story to share. Everybody, there it is. Everybody kept telling me that I should write a book. You know, just as many may have said to you, you should write a book because of what you've been through in your life. So it's not that I've been through more than anybody else. It's not that I've been through less than anybody else. And I always say that everybody has a story, but not everybody will write a book. And as Comfort said, you know, many of these secrets that are held in our lives go to the grave with us because we don't share them. You know, but what if there's somebody out there who's just waiting to hear you say, this happened in my life, and I don't know what I would have done had I have not heard somebody say, this happened to me too. This happened to me, and it happened to me multiple times. You know, I wrote my book back in my, it was 13 years ago now, and it's still prevalent today because it's still happening. Why is domestic violence still happening? Why are women in particular, and I'm not discarding the gentleman here, but why are women in particular still being killed? You know, still being treated and bashed. And I'm going to be straight with you, okay? I didn't come on here to pussyfoot around. I came on to be straight and be honest and be real and raw, just as my book is. And anyone that has read it will know that there are times in there that you can relate to my story. There are times in there that you think, oh my gosh, you know, like, yes, Narelle, I do understand that, you know. And I've always said, when you read my book, there are times when it may bring up emotion for you, okay? There may be times that you will find yourself, you know, in tears in a sense. And I always say, when it comes to that, when you're reading the book, put the book down for a minute and ask yourself this question. Am I upset because of Narelle's sadness, her story, what she's going through? Or is it actually my sadness that is starting to come up? Because part of the healing process is to allow the feelings to come up. Now, if we don't allow that, as women in particular, we push them down, push them down, push them down. And what it does is it causes disease in our bodies. You know, it causes us to go through certain things in our life that perhaps we're wondered, why am I sick, or why am I going through this? You know, like, my whole life has changed around since writing my book. Comfort, you jump in whenever you want, because I'll just keep talking. My book, you know, like
If you let me though, because I'm happy you're saying this. You're already answering a lot of questions I had in mind, guys.
Yeah.
This is important because I know how you say the healing process is, you know, it allows you to like pour it out, like take it down and stuff like that, because and people have kept stories and taken them to the grave, like I said, because even me personally, I do really respect you. When I was reading this book, first, I'm African, obviously, anybody can tell, or if you did not know, I was being an African mom, talking to this 13, 14, 15, 19-year-old girl. Where are you going to? Come back or stay here. Listen, it's going to happen again. And there you go. You know, I'm really talking and talking. But then I was asking myself, I wrote down a lot of notes. I say she's not just here to tell people what she went through to entertain you or to say things, whatever you want to say. She is saying this because it's still happening this minute, every day, throughout the century, the generations, it will still happen. And so I think it's a platform, it's a course for us to learn from it. So if you have even teenagers or stuff like that, I think that they have a lot to learn from here, because these things happened mostly in Narelle's teenage age. Narelle, I'll let you talk. Sorry about that.
Yeah, absolutely. So, you know, I grew up in a very, in a poor family. Mum and Dad weren't rich in riches. They worked on dairy farms. So we, you know, were growing up on a dairy. You know, we had to be part of everything that happened, as in shoveling cow poo, even at the age of 6 and 7. So we were involved in the domestic part of, you know, milking cows, whatever we could. Even to the point of one farm that we lived on, we moved from the ocean, like the beach. Mum and Dad went back to dairy farming. It was a big shock for us as kids, because we used to walk down the beach, collect shells, you know, do all of this stuff. It was lovely. Moved to the country where they're supposed to be friendly, and the children at school were very nasty, very, very nasty. And, you know, it's something that I suppose had me then starting to feel different, you know, because I believe right from a young age I was born into love, in the sense that my purpose was way back then, and it's grown. And I've taken many a different path, and I've gone down some very heavy holes in my life and hit rock bottom many times, so all I can say right there is when you hit rock bottom, there's always out. You can't go any further down. So the only way out is up. Okay. But coming from a poorer family, like mum and dad were lovely people. Okay. They're both deceased now, and both beautiful, giving, heartfelt Christian people that wouldn't have done anybody wrong ever. They were very honest, very truthful. And I know that was instilled in all of us. There was one boy and 6 girls. Poor dad had to, put up with the fact that he only had one boy, and he was the eldest, and our brother has passed away as well. However, in saying that, it was very joyful, when times got together, or cousins came over, aunties, uncles, and that sort of thing. It was a lovely atmosphere. However, going to school and not being told a lot, because my parents were from a generation where everything was kept quiet. You didn't speak up, you didn't say anything. And I remember mum saying to me many times, "Oh, Narelle, don't make waves." And of course, she was saying that to the wrong person because I'm a very make waves type of person or woman. So I grew up not knowing what had happened to me, okay, until I was in my 40s and my 3 sisters came out. And I'm not going to go into that too much because of their privacy. However, it is a little bit in my book if you want to read a little bit about that. They have their choice, their things to do.
Yeah. Yes, Narelle. Yes, sorry. Before you go ahead, yes, guys, you need to read this book. Narelle cannot tell the whole story here. And this book is very relatable. Like I say again, I am African, and part of my life, I grew up in rural Africa. So when you talk about your life being in the farms and stuff and all of those, I can really vividly get the picture, So, and they're talking about maybe lack and difficulty and hardship. You see that these are things that cut across the globe. It's not because you're in Australia that they don't know difficulty or hardship and stuff like that. And so, but then he went through it, and no matter what, I like how you call it cow poo here, but mostly I like how you played with the word shit, right? S-H-I-T. Actually, it happened literally, and as in cow shit, and then you got yourself messed up and stuff like that. I'm just happy you put it all out there. You want to read, but ask Narelle, what do you want people to get from this? What do you want a 13 to 19-year-old girl to get from this? Yeah. Mommies and daddies, let your girls listen to Narelle, please, and read this book. There's so much to get from it. Thank you, Narelle.
And you're absolutely right, Comfort. This isn't from, me in Australia as a white woman. This is all over the world. Domestic violence happens, whether it's sexually, physically, mentally, and also I suffered from financially and culturally as well. Okay, so there's a lot of different abuses out there, and a lot of people think that domestic violence is just a physical violence, meaning that somebody's hitting you, that sort of thing, holding you under pressure, whatever you want to call it. The thing is, there are a lot of different abuses, and a lot of people don't know that that's what they're actually in. And physical abuse is something that, and please don't take this the wrong way, but you do get over it quicker. It's the mental abuse. When somebody brings you that far down that you can't, you don't feel that you're yourself anymore. You don't feel that you're a part of society because they seem to take control. And I mean, me, I'm a strong woman. I've been through a lot. And my last domestic violence case was 2006, where I had to take him to court because he wanted to kill me. He took me away from my family. He made me feel so worthless that it was soul destroying. So you want me to tell you what a 13 to 19-year-old does? Okay. And because I didn't know what had happened to me at the age of 2, I went through my whole teenage years, most of my life actually, not knowing who I was or supposed to be, because that's where they put you. They say you're supposed to be this, this, and this, but it didn't fit in those boxes. Okay, I didn't fit in those. And where they were trying to put me made me rebel. Okay, I was a rebellious child. I did everything that my parents told me not to do. I did it. Okay, I was the black sheep of the family, so to speak. And the thing is, for 13 and 19-year-olds, and this, I know I'll get emotional here, you know, because I raised my son and two daughters, and I gave my daughters the option. They came to me. They're adults now and live away from home. But when they were through those years, they came to me and they spoke to me about certain things, even to the point of, and again, I won't go into this too much, but my eldest daughter coming to me when she wanted to first go with a boy, you know, just asking me for advice and also permission in a sense, you know, even though it was just that lovely bond that I have that I didn't have from my own parents, I suppose, because of the generation that they were born into. This is not about blame, ever about blame. Okay, so to 13 and 19-year-olds, you need to learn how to love you. Okay, God made you special just the way you are. Whether you're a believer or not, you are amazing. And when I do have my shows, I keep telling people that I'm going to keep saying that they're worthy, that they're enough, that they're awesome, they're amazing. Because if you don't believe it in here, and there's an old adage that used to be told years ago, maybe not so much now, but it says you can't love somebody else unless you love yourself first, right? I used to think that's a bit stupid. Like, of course you can love somebody. You know, I love who I am. But like I said in the beginning, I realized I didn't love who I was. I hated who I was. Even in my younger years, having school photos, when I was probably about 11, 10, 11, I was scratching my face out of school photos, you know, because I didn't love who I was, but nobody was picking up. I had nobody around me to pick up on those things that were happening. And I didn't find out until my 40s that I had been sexually abused as a 2-year-old girl. So all of the choices I had made, don't hold them in. Tell somebody, talk to somebody, okay? Because there are people out there who will listen, and there are people out there who have been there before, and there are people out there that will guide you, not tell you what to do, just guide you, okay? Because it isn't any different today. It's no different.
Listen, yeah, before you go ahead, Narelle, I'm happy that you're here. Guys, read this book. I'm not here to sell books. I'm not selling books. Narelle is not selling books. Because you know why I bought this book? I was watching you one day on your lives. One thing you said caught me. I said, all right, I'm buying this book. You said, I did not buy this book. I did not write this book to become a best-selling author. I wrote it to help people. I said, okay, I need this help. You know why I'm interested in people reading these books, and especially if you come from the continent that I represent on this platform, Africa. The power of storytelling, it is totally absent back home. That word domestic violence sounds like taboo. You can't say it. Stay there and die with it. Don't just keep it because it's normal. It's okay. They tell you it's okay. Just be there. Just persevere. Just be, and so on. Before you know it, you find yourself 6 feet below the ground before it's time, far away before it's time. You need to tell the story. You need to share it even with somebody you trust. You kept telling, that's why people say you need to write a book. And this is how far it has gone. It's not gone any far yet because it has to go really far. It's a book everybody, even men, you need to read so that you talk to your teenage daughters. Mothers, you need to read. Boys, you need to read so that you take care of your sisters and your girlfriends. It is a prescription. I'm sorry. I'm not selling Narelle's book. I'm not here to advertise. We are here because we're talking on passive, and this fits perfectly because it's about empowerment. It's about building resilience and supporting one another. That's what this document is all about. So, guys, it's really, really, really powerful. So let's learn how to tell our stories. You know how I at some point, Narelle he's funny because I would giggle at some time when she puts some stuff, right? You were a bridge baby, and then literally you thought that you were pain in the proverbial, right? You were a pain in the ass. Yeah, those are the words. TikTok, YouTube, forgive us. We're just trying to say in her book, and so sometimes you thought that even though you felt like not happy with mom, sometimes then I felt like you were blaming yourself that after all I was a pain in the bum, and so these things are happening to me now because of that. I am just wondering that at some point, because I know when you left the boys and went and then came back and stuff, were there some forms of blame? Has any reconciliation taken place or stuff like that, or anything? Because you seem to be fine with the kids and stuff. Brothers and sisters, I'm calling you kids because I'm talking to mom. I'm not calling you kids as
Yeah.
disrespect.
Yeah.
So, so I just want to share this because this is important. Parent-children relationship, it has to go until that kingdom come to the end. And so this helps, Nara, if I'm making sense.
Yeah, no, you're making sense, absolutely. And particularly, I suppose, most people who have read my book and the reviews that I got and getting, and particularly from the men just want to go out there. They want to, what happened? Who is he? I want to kill him. I'm going to hurt him bad. They are the protectors, most men, okay? The women are like, oh my gosh, Narelle, you know, this happened and that happened. And you talk about blame, and I think what I was searching for was love. All the time I was searching for love in all the wrong places. Okay. Instead of going inside, I was looking for outward validation all the time, because obviously I wasn't getting all of what I needed from, you know, my family, my circumstances, whatever. And I wasn't being fulfilled as far as a loving heart or something that, you know, and you will find, if when you read my book, everybody, you will find yourself getting a little bit angry with me, because it's like, why does she go back to that? Why does she go? Doesn't she see? You know, doesn't she realize that this is a wrong person? But the thing is, when you don't know any better, or you don't love yourself enough, you think that's all you're worthy of. You think that's all you're worthy of. You're not going to do any better than that. You just go with what comes along, right? That'll do. If he shows me a bit of love, and of course, you know, from a sexual side of things, and I won't go there too much, but from a sexual side, I was probably wrong in the thinking that love was a sexual act. Okay, that's all love meant to me, was that I was good there, but you know, that wasn't fulfilling in my heart. It wasn't fulfilling in my life. I truly believe, and I know each and every one of you who have read it and will read it, that the love inside of me now is because of what I've been through. So over to you, Comfort.
Exactly, Narelle. I was going to say I can interrupt you anytime I want, because people want to read this book. It's just the first word connects to the last. That's when you get the whole piece of what Narelle is sharing with us here now. You know, because what you were doing, I'm not sure it was, you were seeking, maybe on the one hand, you thought you were seeking for love, but it's more of that, seeking for validation and stuff like that, because most of it, you never voluntarily like gave in, but then it happened. So each time I'm reading, like you said, people will be angry. I was one of those. That's what I'm saying. I played the African mom here, because where are you going to? You know that you are going to be hurt. Do not go. Don't even enter that house. Get in there and then come back knackered. And then I don't want to use all of these words. Go and read this book, guys. Go and read it and then understand. So each time I read it, I was writing a lot. I'm just like, she's not telling you this to judge her, because she's already judged herself a lot enough. Right. She's telling you to know that it still happens. And if she were to come back to 19 years to 13, she would not do these things this way. So that's why this whole thing is out there, guys. There's so much to learn from her. Like, oh my God, I'm just waiting for my 11-year-old to get to about 15, 16. I'll just say, you want to read this book. And, you know, draw closer. And we've also learned as moms that in those days, maybe mom did not know how much she could get closer to the girl and stuff like that. But nowadays, we learn that, all right, from this, let's just open up, let's get closer, make them friends more than mother daughter. Let's be friend and friend, so that she can share a bit much, then we're able to help and not blame and not judge and stuff like that. So I just
Comfort. One of the things just there quickly is that, you know, judging and things like that, I got to a point in my life where even, you know, I was going to put on my big panties and big girl panties, and I was off to save the world, because I was going to write this book and it was going to help so many people. The thing is, I fell apart, and releasing so much of my life into that book, I actually literally felt a big hole in my stomach, you know. So about blame and anybody judging me, I really don't care. Judge me all you want. While you're talking about me, you're leaving somebody else alone. And the thing is, I'm not here to be judged. I'm here to share a story because there are people out there, it may not be some of the listeners, but there are people out
Yeah.
there who need to hear my story and know that there are people out there who are still going through it, have been through it, have come through it, you know. So continue. Sorry.
I know. I just want to stop here, guys. We have crazy people here. She is just one. Bavine, she's very, very supportive. You would not see
Yes,
her talking and
she
doing
is.
stuff, but she does this just a lot. Thank you, dear sister. God
Yeah.
bless you. We really appreciate that. Thank you.
Thank
Thank
you,
you.
Ravina.
Yes, yes, Narelle, like you were rightly saying, because that is how we quickly go wrong by paying attention to the negative, while the real thing is hiding on this other side. Why is she showing this to me? So go beyond this and look at what is hiding here. She said, I got messed up, I was in shit and all of those things, but you don't have to go through that, because I'm telling you, it's not a good experience. I have been there. I think that's what Narelle is saying, right? So when we start by saying, oh my gosh, she should not have, so what? And I don't care, right? Like she is saying, because what is happening, or what's important now, is that she is a free man, or no, she's a free woman. She's a free person now, because she's let it out. She's done that. That was an assignment, Narelle, because even from the spiritual realm, there's no test without a there is no testimony without a test. What are you sharing now? You're sharing and empowering people and inspiring people from what you have lived, right? So it was just meant to be so. You are alive, that's it. And you've got your beautiful family and all of those things. We are not here to be doing that, because we are just here to learn from why this book was
Yes.
written and who
Yeah.
is it to. Because even when we talked about self-love, you are speaking to so many people. First, I don't know how many times we need to sing this to the teenage girl, especially of this century where we are in the 21st century. However, us as women too, right? We need to be told that, because I'm still struggling and working hard on learning how to love self. But then I've got teenage boys, not girls yet. My girl's not teenager yet. Yeah. So we'll get we as much we can only pour in from what we have. If we don't learn how to love ourselves, what are we teaching our daughters? So if Narelle has this, let's just latch onto this and do what we can do. Read it with your girl child, even if you're a dad, even if you're uncle. Read it with your girlfriend if you really do love her and you think that tomorrow is going to be the woman of your dream. Do it. This book is just a working document and it's a must read. So Narelle,
Yeah.
about peace, because you are now you've got this peace like from spiritually that passeth all understanding and stuff like that. So if you tell us all of the healing and what has happened and what is happening in our
Absolutely.
life after that
Absolutely.
helps. Yeah.
And before I just go into that, you spoke about like your children, and there's many out there that might still have young children, teenage girls and things like that. I just want to say love on them, okay? Let them know that they are worthy. It doesn't necessarily mean to keep saying, oh, you're so pretty, right? Explain to them why they're beautiful. You know, I love it when you sing. I love it when you dance. I love it when you say nice things to other people. I love it when you use your manners. Let them know why, because pretty can be pretty ugly when they get older, okay? Because pretty ugly is the attitude that comes with that. Let them know why. So that's all I want to say about that. Now, coming into peace, oh my gosh, I've had turmoil all my life. You know, I don't know whether I've had a lot of peaceful times. Because, you know, as a single mom, I raised children. I had bad relationship after bad relationship after bad relationship. And I think that all along, you know, God was with me all along, right? Now, whether that was instilled because I grew up with religion, I'm not necessarily a religious person. I'm a godly person that believes in talking to God at any time of the day, night, whenever. You know, I truly believe that one of the Bible verses talks about charity, hope, and love being the most, you know, the best. If you can give love, and the thing is, what I learned is when I gave love, I received it as well. And learning how to receive, not just being a giver out there, you mums who just run around after everybody, thinking that you need to make everybody happy. That's crap. You do not. You need to make you happy and fill your cup so that you can help other people. And by doing that and loving on yourself is not an ego thing. It's not something that you should be, oh, look at her, she loves herself. Oh, guess what? There are people out there like that, okay? But I'm talking to you from a genuine mum, raised kids as a single mum a lot of the time, you know, went through horrible and bad relationships, came out the other side. I had really bad, not really bad, I had really premature babies as well. Stood there and I prayed and I prayed and I prayed because my son was only 1 pound 12, dropped to 1 pound 8. He was 13 weeks early. So not only have I been through bad relationships, when you read my book, you'll see that it was just a consistent. And I have a friend who helped me while psychologically while writing my book that just said, Narelle, it just never stopped for you. It was relentless. If it was no real break in anything, you know, it just happened and it happened. So my peace right now is because I love who I am. But above that, I love the dear Lord above and know, oh, that he's been with me all this time. You know, I look at myself today and I think, why, you know, why, you know, because there are times when I've had, you know, I had open heart surgery 10 years ago. I just celebrated 10 years. I had a heart attack this year. I had a heart attack 2 years ago. And I say to the Lord, just take me home, okay? Because it's a lot to handle for one person. But the thing is, he keeps bringing me back because I have a purpose. I have a purpose to be here. I have a purpose to change myself to be what he wants me to be. And if that's a spokesperson, if that's a woman who cries sometimes because I have emotions, because I feel other people, you know, then so be it. I'm here. Excuse me. I'm here, you know, and I'm open to you because I do love each and every one of you, because God says that's what we need to do. Our world needs love. It doesn't need power and greed and money-hungry people. It doesn't need, you know, big high-up priests and sitting on gold thrones when people are starving, okay, all over the world. When I sent my book to Papua New Guinea because of our beautiful friends in Papua New Guinea, and they reached out to me and they said, Narelle, it's happened so much over here, domestic violence, and I sent them a couple of books. Would have been easier if I'd swum them across because we're closer, but it took 11 weeks to get to Papua New Guinea, which is a 2-hour flight out of just up the road from us. But the thing is, the more it gets out there, the more people are going to read it. The more people who read it are going to go, you know what? I'm not the only one. I'm not alone. Okay, I want people to know you're not alone. Each and every one of you, you know, reach out. We always talk in our business about having those uplifting people around us, having that support, having those positive people around us, you know. So I'll hand it back to you, Comfort.
Yeah. Sure, I know, Narelle, because sometimes we say things, we want things, but we don't see God's face. You think that it's time for you to go, but God is like, no, you are here for a purpose. And I think that you've not started yet. So I think as far as I'm concerned, you've got a longer way to go. So there's still a big future in front of you right there. And what I think, I know you at least for a couple of years now, and you're a passionate member of this movement we are all about. And this man preaches purpose, transformation, and all of this, Mr. Ash Mufare. So I was just wondering, do you think that in any way, does your what this book, does it resonate with what Mr. Mufare believes and stuff like that? And how far do you think, when we're ready, like Ash Mufare is ready, we're out there with peace, and far do you think this book can go as far as maybe widening your scope of empowerment and stuff like that?
Absolutely. You know, I think one of the things that is relatable is that continuous get back up, get back up, get back up, get back up, just get back up, okay? That relates, if you're going to sort of look at Ash, because the things that he has been through, if we can make it relatable, his is in business and he's been knocked around, punched in the guts, you know, kicked up the bum, smacked around the head, brought down on many levels of people who were not kind to him, They were certainly not loving. And I could say worse words, but I'm not going to, okay? What I want to do is just say that, you know, when you relate that to Ash and I relate it to my own story, it's very similar, because mine is more on a personal, and his would have affected him personally. You couldn't say that it did not affect him and his beautiful wife and boys and family personally, okay? Because anything that happens in your business is about person. When I owned my florist shops, if anybody knows me, I love flowers. I own florist shops. I love creating. I just love flowers, okay? And plants. When I had my florist shop and I had a nervous breakdown because I had my marriage breakup, then I found out I was pregnant to him and he wanted to commit suicide. And then I had to struggle through running my own businesses, right? And being pregnant, and knowing that I'd probably have a premature baby again. And then knowing I had to sit in hospital for a month before I had her. So my businesses were run by my family, which is fine. They were fine. However, I wasn't there, and I couldn't be, the decision maker, because I was 2.5 hours away in a capital city, sitting in a hospital, waiting to have another premature baby, so I think what the relation of things as we can all put into our lives is, what hardship have you been through? How did it make you feel? How did you get back up? How did you find the strength? And I know you all have, because this life is not meant for perfection. This life is not meant for us to be perfect. We weren't born into a perfect life. We were born into a life where whatever circumstances happened, how you grow, and we can live in that negativity. And there's many out there that go, oh, poor me. I've been through this and I've got nothing, and I'm waiting and I want this and and they become demanding. And it's like, oh my gosh, like, who do you really think you are to be so demanding? Okay. When I use this terminology a lot. If you can't be grateful for what you have now, what makes you think you're going to be more grateful when you have more? What makes you think you're going to be more grateful? If you're not grateful for now, the food on the table, thank God for the food. Thank God that you have sufficient funds to be able to pay your rent or mortgage or whatever. Thank God that you have a roof over your head. And I thank God for all those people in my life that God sent to me, that I'm able to help and support in the small way that I can to uplift somebody else's life. That's what you should be grateful for, and that's what you should be looking at. Stop looking at self all the time. Yes, it's okay. Loving yourself is different. The really different levels, and I won't go into it here. However, what I'm saying is, be grateful for everything that you have, every drop of water, every step that you take, every heartbeat that you have, because you don't know when God is going to call you home. You don't know when your last day is, and that could be any day. So always wake up, be grateful, even if it's just a thank you for waking me up this morning. I'm here. What can I be of service to anybody today? I have to be careful when I say that, because God thinks that's a challenge. When I say, what do you got in store for me today? Because I do have that relationship with God, not just to go to church and all that. I have that personal relationship with God, and I go, oh, come on, please. There's other people out there who need a lesson. Can you just leave me alone for a little while? Because from lessons, from learnings, lessons in life, things that happen, come lessons and learnings. Sometimes the lesson happens, we go and we need the lesson a few times, which I did. And then we get the learnings and we go, oh, okay. And we've got to change. And with those things come change. If we don't change, we sit where we are in the crap. Okay. Because what are we going to do? I write about these things. I try to be as inspirational as I can and help people to realize they have a choice. Everybody has a choice. You can do this or just sit where you are. Who are you hurting? You're not hurting somebody else. You're hurting yourself. Or maybe you're hurting your children or the next generation to come, because you didn't step up to be the person that you were meant to be.
Wow, indeed. Listen, we could go on and on and on and on, but she has to stop it because you want to read this book. Look at this beautiful girl here. This one sitting here and looking at you. This book, yay! I wish everybody were on the panel for us to wave our copies. Listen, this thing here. Oh my God, I love it. So Narelle, I'm just very, very happy that you finally came, because you know it was ages ago that I asked this patient. You were not well at that time, and then I was also ignorant. So when I discovered, I said, "Oh, this was not the right time." And then a couple of days ago, I saw your message pop. I said, "Yes, she finally responded." I just wanted you to come and talk. This is important, and this is very, very this is a useful thing for everyone. So it's been such an incredible conversation, guys. Blunt Root is not just a book; it's a testimony of survival, of healing, and the power of speaking truth. If you want to hear somebody who says truth, who speaks the truth, guys, read this book. You will laugh, you will hit your head thinking that you're hitting Narelle at 13, 19, 14, 15, but you be careful. But then you are like, why is she telling me this? That is why. That is why I brought her. Why are you telling me this? Right? And we got it. So this I think this live was running on Narelle's channel. Was it live on yours, Narelle?
Yes. Yes.
All right. So it's running live on Narelle's, on Collins's, on Angie Bergs's, and on mine, on 4 channels. Let's make sure this goes viral. Not because we need to do that, not because we need to sell this book, but because that is the only way of getting it. You are only giving a token to pay for the production cost, because you need this at home for everybody at all. Even granddads, read this with your granddaughter. I'm not joking. Read it and explain to it. Say, listen, this is why she's telling you this. If you don't watch out, you will get there. All right, I've stopped preaching this book because we need to get one. so
You're the best marketer I've ever had. Thank you so much. But the book is very, it is very raw and real. And I know that it affects different people in different ways. Yeah. And again, like men will go, oh my gosh, where is he? I want to hurt him. He should never have done that. Most men, okay. And then you've got the women who get caught in the emotion of it all because it's part of something that they've lived through. I believe that the book is for everybody, from young enough where they know and understand a little bit more, also to none of my children have read my book because it's not their story, and I don't want them to feel sad where they felt sad for their mum and have to fix it. My youngest daughter read a little bit about her dad, who is in the book. And I just want to say it is for everybody. Men have read it. Women read it. It is a story. It is a journey. It is raw and it is real. Remember that you all have a story. I understand that. You know, you don't need to read my story to compete or compare. You know, you just need to read my story because it will bring hope. It will bring hope in a time of when you're feeling down. And I've had people read it and read it again. And some people who've lent it to somebody and said, as soon as you're finished, I want it back, you know, like, and people reread it because there are different things that you're going to see. Again, just quickly over to our business. Please be aware that, you know, whatever anybody else is going through, we have no idea. We have no idea the depth. My book allows you to see me from a different angle. And I do plan on, it's been years, but I do plan on writing a second book because there's a lot that still happened in my life after that book. And I do have a book that I am working towards, and that's called Echoes of Wisdom. And it's just an inspirational type book where people can, you know, purchase it at a cheaper price so that they can have something there that they know that Narelle has either designed or put together, or words of wisdom, you know. So it's Echoes of Wisdom, because I think that we all have a past where we can share those echoes of wisdom. Okay. I believe it or not, I've turned into sort of like a wise old woman. And in a lot of cultures, I would be lifted up and praised for that. And in a lot of cultures, you just get old. Okay. So thank you once again, Comfort. It's been an absolute honor and pleasure to be able to share a little bit about my story and also your thoughts around it, because that's what's important. When somebody else can see, you know, somebody else's thoughts, or like I said, some people will get angry with me when they read my story. It doesn't worry me It's remember those are your emotions around it. And like Comfort had that mama bear come out like, what is this woman doing, this girl, you know, rah, rah, rah. It's okay. Whatever emotion comes up is an emotion.
Yes.
All emotions, good,
Wow.
bad, and indifferent, are fine. So thank you to everybody who's attended. I can't see anybody, but I love you all, and you are very worthy and amazing, and you are very, very loved. So just remember that. Thank you, Comfort.
Indeed. Thank you so much, Narelle. So, guys, I think we've come to the end of this show, but we want to appreciate everybody who stayed with us till now. So, Vavine Pine she's already got her copy at home, and then Ava Dias definitely wants a copy of this book. And then, guys, don't ask me why you brought Narelle Warcon here to talk about her book, because whatever she is saying is the type of thing that Mr. Mufare is saying, and is what he wants us to do, right? So when I moved from Narelle, you not believe, I wanted to bring you to another platform, because Rise Above All Odds, originally I separated it from this platform after saying,
Yeah.
no, she's empowering us to do. Why do I need to split myself and work that hard? So thanks be to God, you came back here, or brought it back here. And so I moved from Empowerment Network to Rise Above All
Mm.
Odds. Because when you rise above all odds, there's empowerment, there's inspiration, there's resilience, there's all of those things put
Mm.
together in one umbrella. And that's what we are
I
doing
love it.
together. So,
I love
yes.
the
So,
name. I love the name
yes.
only because Rise Above All Odds is about everything in life. Okay. You all have, like I said, you all have a story, you all have a life. And this platform, Rise Above All Odds, sorry, I had to make sure I got it right. Rise Above All Odds is about that. Remember that you're sitting there doing nothing, some of you, who could be doing more. And that doesn't mean it takes money. All you're doing is waiting, and griping about stuff that you shouldn't be griping about. Okay. You should be getting off your bums and going out there and showing love and helping, and, you know, just pouring of outward love to people while this is happening. Because when it does happen, you're not going to be ready. Okay. You think that, oh, I'll get the new car and the new house, it'll make everything fine. Like I said, if you're not grateful for what you've got now and the small
Alert
stuff,
from
what makes you think
reminders.
you're going to be
Get up, move
grateful when you
around.
have more? Okay, that's a really big statement there. What makes you think you're going to be grateful if you have more? Because the house will not satisfy you, the car will not satisfy you, because you don't have the love in here. Okay, sorry, that's enough.
Thank you, Narelle, for coming. Thank you, guys, for joining us. It would have been really boring if it were just Narelle and myself. It made sense, and both of us were smiling because you were here with us, right? So we really appreciate you. And again, this message, it actually resonates deeply with Mr. Mufare's vision of uplifting humanity, empowering people to rise above their challenges, and together, like, guys, a story like this, they remind us that no matter where we start, hope and victory are within reach. Narelle is testimony of this. So make sure to like, share, and subscribe so more people can be encouraged by this story. Like it from whatever channel you're watching. We are streaming on at least 4 channels. Just do what you want to do and get this book to the nooks and crannies of this earth. Thank you, Narelle. We will not say it again. Go and get your books. We love you. Thank you, Narelle. Thank you so
Thank you so
much.
much, Comfort, and thank you,
Yeah.
everyone. My apologies for being late. And remember, give thanks to the Lord always. Love you
Amen.
all.
Amen. Thank you,
God
sis.
bless
Thanks.
you.
Thanks. Bye. Bye. 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 Thanks. Bye. Bye.
Hello. I'm back just to say goodbye. I love you all. I hope you enjoyed the chat between Comfort and myself. Sorry, my camera's gone a little bit funny. So I see that there's a few more, or a few here still left. Thank you for enjoying all the music. I really hope and pray that you enjoyed my chat and what I shared tonight with Comfort. I really do appreciate the patience that you had in waiting. It was a StreamYard thing, and they kept blocking my camera, blocking my audio. So take care. Take special care of yourself. Remember, you are worthy. I appreciate each and every one of you. Thank you, Vivine Benny, for being such a beautiful and special friend. God bless you all. And Ava, thank you so much for being here from Bangladesh. Reach out if you want a copy, the signed copy of my book. And please just honestly, just share it out there. If it can uplift one extra person per day, you know, if it can uplift a community, if it can uplift your neighbor or somebody you know going through those hardships, then it's worth it, isn't it? You know, because too many people are in the negatives, too many people are dying at the hands of domestic violence, and we need to change it. Changing isn't about awareness. Changing is about standing up and say, this happened to me, and I will not accept this anymore. So stay blessed. Remember that I love you, and not with laughter. I'm just tired now. If you see my eyes going downhill fast when you speak. So love to you all. We'll see you again soon. I may do a live over the weekend just to bring you up to date if anything happens in our business. And if not, then I'll see you on Who, What, Where Wednesday, or I'll see you on social medias all around the place. And take care, stay blessed, and enjoy the rest of your day Thursday. And for those coming into Friday, enjoy Friday. Bye for now. And I love you all. Take care. Hey, there's Hector. Sorry, Hector. I can see some people just jumping on. It's been a big day. Thank you so much.
Woke up with a dream in my pocket. Took a step and I couldn't stop it. Every stumble lit a fire inside. Now I walk with my head held high. Lessons learned and bridges burned. Still I rise with every turn. This is more than just a climb. It's my moment, it's my time. No more hiding in the crowd. Gonna wear my soul out loud. The world is waiting just to see all the magic inside of me. Shine, shine like a diamond bright. Shine your light, you've got every right. You are special, let it show. Be yourself and let it flow. Stand out, don't dim your glow. You were born to steal the show. Shine, shine like you mean it. Shine so bright they can't believe it. Pages turn, but the heart stayed true. Every scar's got a golden hue. Telling my story in my own style. With every post, every smile.